Hello, fellow hookers. My name is Kendra, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet a bath poof. But not one of these bath poofs, not your standard one. Today I'm going to show you how to make a bath poof specifically for your back. The first one I came up with, the first pattern I came up with, I really like the size. I like the way it turned out. But it was pretty cumbersome to make because it was twice the size and length, and I had to fold it and sew it together. So I'm hoping that when we make today turns out about like this, but we're not going to use this method. The second one, we are going to use this method, but we're going to make it much, much smaller because this looks like a bath poof for a giant. But I will demonstrate how it works. I'm hoping I'm like right in the middle and you can hear me. La, 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 la. So it works well. I'm hoping, again, it'll be much smaller because does this look like I bought a skein of yarn and put handles on it? Kind of. So we're going to make one like this, just much smaller. Let's get started. But let's just take one moment to appreciate bell sleeves. I highly recommend you go to your local thrift store and just buy one. Even if you don't wear it anywhere, just twirl around in your house with it. Makes you feel magical. It makes you feel like Stevie Nicks until you have to pee. Then there's trouble. Or eat a plate of spaghetti. But so we're going to take the bell sleeves off now and start this bath poof. All right, let's get started. We are going to use, I think this would probably be about size 3 for yarn. I'm assuming I was gifted this big giant ball of yarn. So I'm assuming it's about a 3, and we're going to use a J hook. So that's a 5.75 J hook. And to start off, we're just going to chain 21. And I'm just going to use one ball of yarn. For the last one, the reason why it's so huge, I don't know if you can even tell. I used 2 skeins of yarn and kind of worked them together. And I realized, when I was about done that was not the best move. So we're going to try it with just one piece of yarn and just work it that way. It's a little easier anyway. And to start, we're just going to chain 21. Okay. All right. And you don't want your chain too tight. I will tell you why later. I'll reveal the secret later. But right now, we're just going to chain 21. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Alrighty? So flip that chain over so you can see it really well. See, you can kind of see where it's at, opposed to if it's this way, it's just, to me, it's harder to work from this way. It's not as clear. You see the chain better when you flip it over. So flip it over. I don't know about you, but I really hate working from a chain. Once, you get your crochet, it's actually not a double crochet, I'm sorry. Once you get your, crochets, once you get your chain started, it's so much easier, but it's just, I hate working in the, in the chain. So just go, actually, I'm going to skip this first one because it's kind of hard to work in. I'm just going to go right to the second one. Wait, this is the second one. Okay. We're going to go into the second one. Like I said, once I get this started, I'm so much happier. Okay, we're just going to do single crochet into every little loop on the chain. So keep on dragging. Every loop on the chain. I'm sorry, I have a tendency to put my thumb over my work so you can't see what I'm doing there. And then just pull it through those 2 loops. every little side chain right there. Pull it right through, then through the 2 loops. That's your single crochet right there. Super easy, easy peasy, right? Stinking chain. See, again, I'm sorry, I'm putting my thumb over that. So go ahead and just do what I'm doing here all the way down. Do a single crochet in every chain, and I'll meet you back there. All right, here we go. We put a single crochet in every chain, every one of the little doohickeys on the chain. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but I'm sure there's a technical term for that I don't know. So we're going to call it every little doohickey on the chain. We made a single crochet. Ta-da-da-da. Mine is not perfect by any means, but we're going to pile so much yarn on both sides, here and here, that you'll never notice. And you're just going to use it to wash your back anyways, or, you know, give it to your friend for Christmas. 'Tis the season, the holiday season. You can give it to whoever you want. You can make a whole bunch of them. People will dig it. So we just put a single crochet in the last chain right here. So now we're going to flip it. Da, 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 da. And what we're going to do in every one of the single crochets, we are going, wait, wrong way. Okay. We are going to put 4 double crochets. From here on out, it's just going to be double crochet. And we're going to put 4 in every one. So, kind of put your yarn behind your hook. Wrap it once. Put it through that first hole right there. And then pull your yarn through. There we go. And then you want to pull it through the first 2 loops. Maybe. Yay, there we go. And then yarn over and pull it through the second 2 loops. Now we're going to go back in that hole and do it again. Yarn over, put it right back in that hole that you were just working in. Pull it out. Pull through the first 2. Yarn over. Pull through the second 2. Okay. 2 more times in this hole. It starts to get kind of tight, but you'll be able to do it. There we go. And now 1 more. 4. In that same stitch, pull through the first 2 and then through the second 2. There you go. Your first hole is complete because you put 4 stitches in that first hole right there, in that first single crochet. And like I said, from here on out, it's all double crochets. Let's go to the second one. Here we go. Pull it through. Pull it through the first 2 and then a second 2. Okay. We're going to do 3 more in there. Okay. 2 more. Da, 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 da. Okay, 1 more. Just keep on working that one. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do all the way down, we're going to put 4 double crochets in every hole all the way down. And I will meet you at the end because we're going to do like a little stitch and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to put 4 in each one of these. So meet me back here and I'll show you how to flip that. All right, so we are to the end of this row and we put 4 double crochets in every chain, in every hole. And we're to the end, and it looks about like this now. You have a cute little spiral thing going on. So let's go to the last hole there. I think I'm probably only going to be able to fit like, oh, and I'm missing the back part. There we go. I think I'm only going to be able to fit about 3 in this hole. Like I said, all the way down, I've done 4 double crochets. But with this one, it's the last hole, and it's kind of tight. So I'm going to do 3. If you can fit 4 in yours, awesome. If you can't, no biggie. Whatever you can fit. Try to do 3 at least. There we go. Just did 3 double crochets. Oh, that's tight. Okay. And then we're going to flip over and start doing the double crochets, 4 in each. But before that, I'm just going to do a single crochet just to kind of like be able to flip it. I don't know if that's really necessary, but that's what I've been doing with the other ones, and it seems to work well. So we're going to do a single crochet right here, just to kind of, it's almost like a little bit of a marker too, so you know, like where you flipped it. And also, speaking of markers, what we're going to do here also, see how we did double crochet and there's a little space right there? I'm going to take my hook out for a second. I'm going to I have another little piece of yarn. I'm just going to stick it in there. You don't have to tie it or anything. You can use any yarn. I mean, this obviously I just grabbed my first skein and cut a piece off because you see how it gets a little bit crazy, and spirally. It's going to get really full, and sometimes it's hard to tell exactly like where the end is. So I just have a little marker there because there's a marker on the other side, obviously, where you started. So you know where you started here, and then you know where the end is here. You don't have to. It just helps me out. I can kind of see better, where I'm at there. So put your hook back in, and we are going to start here. At this hole, we're going to do, again, 4 double crochets. Okay. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then the second 2 loops. Yarn over, and go pull through the first 2 loops, second 2 loops, that's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, go ahead and go all the way down on this row. In every one of these holes, every stitch, do 4 double crochets, and I'll meet you all the way back here. All right, so now we have an even fuller little spiral going on. We are to the last hole on that row of single crochet, the original row. So I think I can actually put 4 in this one, no problem. So let's do 4 double crochet in this last hole. Yarn over, number 2, number 3, okay, and number 4. And then what we're going to do, the same thing as last time. We'll put a single crochet kind of here in the middle so we can get started, because we're going to do the exact same thing. So let's do the single crochet here. Da, da, da. You know what? I think I'm going to do it right here, like in the original hole that we first started in, because it'll connect it a little bit better. So let's do just a single crochet there. I just like yarn over, pulled it through, and then here's our single crochet that kind of connects the 2 sides. And then we're just going to start over in this first right here, this first hole right here. We're going to do 4. We're going to put 4 in every single one all the way around. And then when we get to the other side, we'll do another little like single crochet right here where just to connect the 2, where your marker is, and then go around the other side and do 4 in every hole, in every stitch. And so then it'll be big and full. I'll meet you back here. It should be done by the time we get back here. And then we'll do the handles, put the handles on. All right, your back bath poof is basically done. All we have to do is put handles on. I slip stitched when I got all the way back up. We went all the way down and then back up this side, 4 in every stitch. And then I just slip stitched these 2 together. That's all you got to do. I don't really think you have to. I just kind of, just for a more finished look, that's what I did. For the handles, it's just going to be chain 65. That's all we're going to do. So chain 65. So start with, what I'm going to do is just put 2 pieces of yarn together for a stronger handle. It doesn't matter, what kind. I like the green. It's kind of what I had closest. So I have 2 pieces of yarn, and we're going to work that way. What I'm going to do too is make a really, really long tail, just so we can tie that in here. Okay. So get a really, really, really long tail. And then we'll do your, start it how we always do. There you go. Grab your hook. Okay. And chain 65. I don't know if you've ever worked with like 2 pieces at a time before. It's really not a lot different. About the same. So just chain 65 2 times. Do a chain like this of 65 and another one. And then meet me back here and I'll show you how to attach them and you're done. Okay, so now we have our 2 handles. Chain 65 with double yarn. And I gotta tell you, these colors together kind of look like my grandma's living room carpet from like, I don't know, 1978. Yeah, so that's fun. We're gonna attach them now. I guess we really didn't need the stitch marker. I apologize for that, for having to do it. But, you know, you never know when you have this much yarn involved. Sometimes things get crazy and you can't find your start or finish. But what we're gonna do is kind of give it a tug. And you can kind of see how it separates a little bit, like right in here. So I'm thinking that we need to attach it kind of more in here, both sides, and just knot it there and then have it stick out from the top right here is what I'm thinking. So let's get going with that. We'll take that little guy out, and right in here is where we'll put one side. And truly, you know, I mean, if yours isn't doing that, you can always just kind of attach it right here if you want. If you're, you know, you're not too concerned with it. I just think it'd be better. It'd be more secure down here. So, okay, how are we going to do that? So, what I'm going to do then, down here is where I want it. So I'm going to insert my hook and pull it up here. Take one of my chains and pull it through. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Kind of pull it through down here. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. Just kind of roll it over a little. Let's move this guy out of the way. This one, good. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing over here. All the way down here is where I think we need to secure it. So we'll put your hook all the way up through here. Get it close to this guy. Yeah, right there is good. Okay, so then we'll do the other side. The other tail. I hope you made long tails just in case. I think mine are probably a little too long, but that's okay. That's not going to hurt anything. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to wrestle with this. All right, we're just going to pull it through. Maybe. Man, it's like wrestling a bear. Okay. There we go. We've got it through here. See, so I'm just going to hold on to that. So when you pull it now, you see how it's not going to separate as much because you have it, you can pull it and it's not going to separate. Okay, so really all you have to do is tie a knot in that, secure that, and then you have one handle on it. Do the same thing on the other side, and your back poof is done. Thank you so much for joining me, watching my channel. If you would, kindly subscribe and hit like if you liked this video and you thought it was helpful. And if you think you can make a whole bunch, and hey, Merry Christmas to everybody on your list. Again, thanks for joining me. Take care. See you next time.